Okay, so let's do competitors real quick. I'll try to be quick about this and not spend too much time so we can get through a bunch quickly. I think PR Lab does a good job with telling proof points and testimonials. Like, they understand the buyer. The buyer needs to know that they can get them wins, and that's why they put these logos up front, and then they need to know that they've gotten wins, and that's why they have these literal articles from clients along with their faces, because I think showing people's faces is just one way to show that it's real and not fake. So, and not like stock imagery, right? So in terms of like from a marketing and a sales perspective, and then they have like more like 4.9 on the clutch reviews, it does showcase from a just a it's very conversion optimized, and I think that's what they do well. In terms of the branding and how it looks and all that stuff, it's okay. I mean, this is not some like fantastically designed site by any means, but just from a conversion site, they understand it. And what's crazy is if you go to like, they have like a million pages down here at the bottom. Every single one of these pages, it's the exact, their entire site is just one template. I don't even know. I haven't clicked into some of these other like about or PR services sectors, but like if you go to any of these sectors, yeah, I mean, it's all the same, and that's the vast majority of their site, including their homepage. So aesthetics wise, it's not for me. It's not that exciting. It's kind of playing it safe, pretty boring and normal, but not great. But just in terms of, you can see that someone who knows what they're doing put it together, because if you think about what people want, they want to see testimonials of what someone else did for them, because word of mouth is the most powerful way to close a deal. References, referrals, like if you don't necessarily know anything about this company and you see that there's a whole bunch of big company logos that they've worked with and their testimonials are on there, you know, you're more likely to trust them with your business, right? So, and you know, just the fact that they've got like these team shots, things like that, I think are good. It just reinforces that, you know, real people are doing your thing, and that's cool. So that is PR Lab. I think they figured things out from one perspective, but not on aesthetics and visuals. Going on the other side, Berlin Rosen, like, it's bold, it's eye-catching for sure. It's also a little bit dry for me. This is like such a professional, buttoned up, let's wear a suit and tie. I don't know, the gray, like the color tones and the grays and everything. Like, it's also, it doesn't do as good of a job as PR Lab. Like, you don't know who they've worked with. You don't know the wins they've gotten. You know, it's very creative, you know? I think but like creative in just the fact that they use really big text. I don't know, like it's all right. You're really forced to go into this menu to go anywhere on their site. I don't love that. I think if you land on someone's homepage, you need to know what they're about from the get-go. You shouldn't have to be going into menus to like figure out what they're going to do for you or who they work with. Like, you can't even find who they work with on here. It's not easy. So that's them. Hoffman Agency. Yeah, I mean, it's like, again, the Berlin Rosen and them with these big text things. And like, yeah, I know they wanted to do something a little bit different. And, you know, in terms of, I like the fact that they've got color and it's bold and stuff. But again, it's just so much text, and like also it doesn't really say a whole lot. Like, you don't know what services are they doing, who did they work with, what wins have they gotten. It's the different sized fonts. I mean, it's just kind of weird. It's like, I don't know. I think it's cool that they're doing something different, and like, wow, like that shit pops. But I mean, that hurts my eyes. But at the same time, this is not good. This is not good design. I don't know, like, and this looks like a blog post. I'm not a fan of this site in general. Wildfire Great name. I don't love like videos and stuff because I think oftentimes they take up loading time and like they're often like shitty resolution. Like that to me looks terrible. That's like a 1080 720p video. It looks bad blown up on a big screen. And you know, again, they're doing some things right here, and that they're putting their awards up front, and they're putting some of their customers. So I think like they've kind of figured out a little bit of what PR Labs figured out, but the site looks like trash. I mean, this looks like just a very generic Squarespace site like mine. It's nothing special, and I'm not loving it. Not bad, not bad. I mean, I think if you were going to do a video, this isn't a bad one to do. I mean, it's definitely better than being all pixelated. I don't know, they've somewhat got it down, but it's just distracting. I don't think anyone's going to like go to your home site and then just sit here and look at your video for 30 seconds. They're just going to start scrolling past it. And so I think all the work that goes into like these little short clips, it doesn't really do much. I like that they're speaking to the customer like, we're going to elevate you and we're going to make your brand unforgettable. That's cool. I also don't think their news should be the very first thing that somebody sees, because frankly, who cares that I mean, like, sure, they're putting up their awards and the best places to work and stuff, but like, they're at CES, you know, I don't know, like, that's not going to convert a customer. This is cool, although they missed the logo here. That seems sloppy. And then, I don't know, that's the whole entire homepage. Pass on that. I don't think there's nearly enough going on there. Max Borge Agency. This is decent. Like, I think that, you know, this is, like, I'll say this. I think that this has got to be one of the most important things that we do, is this little, like, showing the wins, right? On my own site now, you can see we have, like, under the results page, why am I going to that? On the results page, we have, like, framed versions of these things where I've like tried to cut out the ads, you know, and then like Photoshop out like crap so it looks pretty clean. You know, it's all right. It's okay. I mean, you can't see anything going on here. You can't read that, but I think it gives you a sense for, as long as you can read the headline, that's probably the most important part. But like, is this implementation better? Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, I can sort of, I mean, it's like weird because it's hard to read the headline when it's on its side and stuff. So that's a little bit difficult, but I can see the most important thing is almost the publication. Well Good, Esquire, New York Post, Travel and Leisure, Wired, Gear Patrol. You know, like that is like putting forward the wins, and they did it in kind of a cool, creative way. So I think that's cool. And we're going to need stuff like that when we get to our case study page, which is like finding a way to showcase the actual articles that we've gotten for clients in a beautiful way that is better than this and not as confusing to read and hard to read as this. But obviously, you know, you can see, if you look at what PR Lab did, they just decided they're going to, I don't know how I think maybe all they did was they basically just like they created an article. They put the name of the publication in the top right. They put the headline and they put their logo. So they realized, like, because sometimes it's hard, right? You know, like these things have ads and this is like hard to fit into every single thing is a little bit hard to fit. But if you really only care about one thing, which is that tiny little logo, and then associating it with your logo, and then putting the headline, maybe that's all that really matters. Although this is cool too. So again, they do a good job putting up their their clients, and they have testimonials. So like, I think from a first half, I'm like, yeah, this looks pretty good. This is all right. It's a good start. This stuff to me is like screams almost like, is it clip art? I don't know. It's like a better version of like very generic stock photo imagery that's been colored with their branding, which it's not great. I don't want someone to land on my site and be like, did they just like use like stock photos and imagery like on the homepage even? That's Jesus. It's lazy. I don't know. Like, and there's no animations. There's no custom anything happening as you go through it. It just, this is where it kind of falls down a little bit for me. This is fine in general for like showcasing brands and wins. I think that looks pretty good. And then, yeah, like we need to have stuff like this on there. How many years we've been doing this, how many launches, and you know, I've got, you know, ideas for this of what metrics we have. But this is not good. So, and I don't know, like some parts of this site just remind me so much of a self-built site from a spacing perspective, or just a fonts. Like, it doesn't seem all that polished. But there are things to like, and I definitely think, yeah, cool. In general, I'm not going to hate on it too much. Walker Sands, big name, big PR agency. Big PR agency. Like, to me, it's just real busy and hard to parse. Like, I don't know, no one's going to read that. That's way too much text, and I don't know what OBM and, I mean, I know what B2B means. I don't know what OBM means. But it's like, it's just, this is distracting, and then you have a lot of text, and they're filling every space on this page with stuff. There's no room to let things breathe. You know, this is not a bad way in terms of like spacing and stuff, but in general, for a site, for an agency that's, you know, doing hundreds $1 million in revenue, this website sucks for how good they are. I don't know. I don't like when people like shove stuff in from side to side, edge to edge. Feels like you're walking through, I don't know, you guys have like Walmarts where you are? You know, like those big box stores where there's no room to move around in the aisles. That's what this feels like to me when I scan it. So, not loving that. Otter PR. This is trash. I'm not even gonna, I mean, there's anything to say nice about this. This is not a good looking website. This is awful. This is terrible. And yeah, like, I mean, I hate everything about this site. If you made me this site, I'm gonna kill myself. So 5WPR. I think this is a pretty big agency as well, if I recall. This is crazy to me that they put this much text. I mean, again, part of this might be them trying to keyword stuff and to get things ranked, right? You can see regional businesses, technology companies, consumer, they're just stuffing that hope Google will rank them. But God, is this an awful from a UX UI standpoint. And I don't have a lot of nice things to say about them either, so we'll just move on. Channel media. I mean, this is horrible. This is absolutely awful. I'm not even going to say anything. Just not good. Red Banyan. Terrible. Awful. Not good. Provoke. And I don't even need to say it. I mean, like, I can go through that and tell you why it's horrible, but I think you would agree, and you don't need me to tell you why. I'm just looking for things I like so that you can kind of get a sense. This is terrible. From a menu, you can't even see what's beneath it. It's just horrible. Horrible. I mean, this is what I'm up against, which is why it's like, if I can just get a great looking website, you're already halfway there, because everybody's sites are so bad. No, I don't think so. I don't like the way things are spaced. These are terrible icons. They're not even like in clear resolution. And the text is small. This is god awful. Okay. So we're coming up on the last few, and then we'll be done with this. I don't think I'm going to find anything else I like. No. Honestly, I think, yeah, this is, God, these are just bad sites. I mean, this is so shitty. Like, I can't believe that even, and the crazy thing is they get a ton of business. You would think with a site like this, it'd be like completely out of the running. They do sell, I mean, they get a ton of crypto clients. I don't know how, because they can't afford a good site. It's just awful. Awful, awful, awful. So, yeah, I think like if I were to look at that Figma, and then look at the, I've already given Alex like 1,000 compliments on the site that you're building. But in general, I think this is, I don't know where the home page is. Yeah, this is main page. Okay. So yeah, there's just a lot of like really nice touches, from the iconography to the little backgrounds to the imagery is nice and crisp and clean, and you know, the colors, it keeps you interested. There's good like personality here. You've got your stats, and I think a lot of the stuff that you've actually thought about for your own, you know, next site version 2.0, it's a lot of same stuff that I need on my new site as well. So yeah, I'm happy to do videos as well. Like, I don't have the pretty of a background, but it's not bad. And I can do something here and do my own version of that stuff. So yeah, in general, really big fan of what you're building here for yourself. And I think this looks great. So good job, because you've figured out a lot of this stuff. All right. Hopefully this was helpful. Take care.